Do you know how we became YouTubers? The answer is not easy. It took a lot of hard work, but we made it!
Right. If you will not start using AI in 2026, then it will be too late. That's how it works. I will guide you with all the free AI tools we have ready to use, and the list just goes on and on. Mark my word, if you are not with AI, I am sorry to say that you may lose your job soon.
देखा आपने ये वीडियो मैंने खुद नोटबुक LM से बनाया है, तो आइए देखते हैं।
You know, if you're a new creator trying to get started on YouTube, there's this one massive hurdle that nobody really wants to talk about, and that's the cost. I mean, the software for scripting, for audio, for visuals, for marketing, it can all add up to hundreds of dollars a month, right? And that's before you've even made a single penny. But what if you could replace that entire tech stack for free? Okay, so let's get right into it. When you hear the words free tools, what do you think? Probably mediocre, right? Low quality? That's what I thought too. But I spent the last month just diving deep into every free AI tool Google has released. And what I found was, honestly, shocking. I'm not kidding, I was blown away by what's possible, and I think you're gonna be too. And look, this is the most important part. We're not just talking about tools that are, good for being free. No. We're talking about 7 specific tools that don't just rival the paid software, they completely destroy alternatives that cost you 20, 30, even 50 bucks a month. A lot of the time they're faster, they're better, and they have features that the paid guys just don't. So that leads to this huge question, right? What if you could build an entire creator studio? I'm talking everything from that first little spark of an idea all the way to a full-blown social media campaign, and do it all without spending $1 single on software. Well, today we're gonna see exactly how that's possible. All right, phase 1. Every single great video starts with a solid foundation. This is all about getting the idea and the script right, because let's be honest, if you don't have a strong start, none of the fancy production stuff even matters. So let's start with what is, for a lot of us, the absolute hardest part: coming up with a title that actually grabs someone's attention. Now, using something called Google's AI Studio, you can build your own custom tools just by typing in plain English. For this, we'll build a tool we're going to call Opal. Just think of it like your own personal idea-generating machine that you build yourself with zero coding. And the process is it's so simple. You don't need to know any code. You literally just type in a request, something like, hey, create a tool where I can enter a topic and it gives me 10 viral YouTube titles. The AI then just builds the whole thing for you. So you type in a broad topic like productivity, hit enter, and boom, you've got 10 killer title variations ready to go. Okay, title, check. Now you need a script, right? This is where a tool called NotebookLM comes into play. It's amazing. You can just upload all of your research. We're talking articles, notes, PDFs, whatever you've got. And it has this new feature called Video Overview that basically acts as your AI script writer. It takes all that dense information and just weaves it into a really engaging story for your video. And honestly, the quality of what it spits out is what's so incredible. It doesn't just give you a summary. It synthesizes. That means it pulls ideas from all your different documents, it finds the hidden connections between them, and it writes a script from scratch that feels super polished and professional. It's seriously like having a top-tier research assistant and a scriptwriter all rolled into one. All right, let's move on to phase 2, production. You've got your killer script locked in. Now it's time to create those high-end audio and visual assets that are gonna make your content pop. And remember, we're still doing all of this for free. So you can forget about spending a ton of money on fancy microphones or complicated audio software. Back inside Google's AI Studio, there's a tool that generates absolutely studio-quality voiceovers. But here's the real game changer. It can create a natural-sounding conversation between multiple AI speakers. This is perfect if you're thinking about doing any kind of podcast-style show on YouTube. What's so cool about this is the level of control you have. You're not just getting some robotic voice reading a script, you're basically the director. You can tell the AI, okay, make this speaker sound really high energy, and then make the other one sound a little more skeptical. And it creates this awesome, dynamic conversation that sounds incredibly real. This is a direct, free alternative to platforms like 11 Labs that can cost you a good chunk of change every month. Okay, audio is covered. Next up, visuals. We all need high-quality images for everything from thumbnails to B-roll. Well, Google's got its professional image generation model, which, by the way, some people have playfully nicknamed Nano Banana Pro, and it's built right into the main Gemini interface. And yes, it's totally free for anyone to use. So let's just break this down for a second. First off, the image quality, it's right up there, competing with the best paid tools on the market. But here's where it gets really interesting. Text. It can actually render text inside images accurately. Now, if you've used other tools, you know they often just spit out nonsense letters. This is a massive advantage, especially for thumbnails. And when you remember that the cost for this is, well, zero, it's kind of a no-brainer. Okay, you've done it. You've created an incredible piece of content. But the job isn't over yet, is it? The final phase, phase 3, is all about packaging that content professionally and then promoting it so you can actually build your brand and find your audience. We've all been here before, right? You start with something that just looks like a giant wall of text. Maybe it's a script, a business plan, a bunch of research. It's got great information, for sure, but it is not visually engaging at all. Well, this is where a tool called Gemini Canvas comes in. It's another incredible feature built right into Gemini that takes that boring old document and, poof, automatically transforms it into a complete professional-looking presentation. And just look at the difference. The AI is smart about it. It doesn't just copy and paste text. It actually restructures your info into logical slides. It goes out and finds relevant images and graphics for you, and it creates this really clean, professional layout. Then you can export the whole thing right into Google Slides to tweak it. What used to be an hour of tedious design work, it's now done in like 30 seconds. Okay, time for promotion. We can go back to AI Studio and build another custom tool. Let's call this one Pameli. And this thing acts like your own personal marketing agency. Seriously, all you do is give it your website's address, it scans it, instantly understands your brand, your colors, your fonts, your whole vibe, and then it starts generating entire social media campaigns that are perfectly on brand for you. It's wild. And to really complete this whole ecosystem, there's AI Studio Build. Think of this as your personal web developer. So instead of having to hire someone or spend months learning to code, you can build a landing page for a new course or a website for your community just by describing what you want, in plain English. It literally writes the code and builds the site for you right in front of your eyes. Okay, let's just step back for a second and look at the big picture here. We have just walked through a complete end-to-end creator workflow. From the very first idea, all the way through scripting, production, and promotion, all using this suite of incredibly powerful and interconnected free tools. And the total monthly cost for this entire professional-grade creator studio? Zero. Zilch. Nada. And this isn't just about saving a few bucks. This is a fundamental game changer for what it means and what it takes to be a creator today. And that right there is the ultimate takeaway. When you can automate all the technical, the tedious, the expensive parts of making content, it frees you up. You can finally focus your time and your energy on the stuff that actually moves the needle, coming up with great ideas, and building a real connection with your audience. Look, this technology just removes the barriers. The financial barrier, it's gone. The technical excuses, they're gone too. This entire studio is right here, it's waiting for you, and it's free. So really, there's only one question left to ask. What will you create?
क्या मुझे और कुछ बोलना होगा या आप समझ गए? लाइक करें और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। अगली वीडियो में आपको मैं AI का यूज और कैसे आप ब्रेड टेकिंग VFX फ्री में कर सकते हैं बताऊंगा। बाय बाय।